he gets to that quote-unquote critical mass of Corsairs where Scourge can barely even get to them, and he'll be in good shape. But Killer coming in here for harass with his Mutalisk and Scourge, and we'll see what he can do. But there are two Archons, there's Storm, there's cannons in the base. I don't know how effective this is going to be. He's taking down some probes, and he's probably going to be able to take down this cannon. But once those Archons get in, yeah, the Archon does get a shot in, and that's going to hurt a lot. And the Scourge are there, they're probably going to pick off that Corsair. Yeah, that Corsair is going to go down. And the probe's actually being transferred from the main to the natural. I don't think he actually had to do that. Sangho's just going to turn them around now. And I don't think this Mutalisk harass is not going to be effective at all. There's 3 Archons now, there's like 3 Corsairs. Yeah, I think what happened here, Sangho knew he had an advantage taking that Hatcher, and he was like, okay, whatever Killer decides to send at me, if it's Lurkers, I'll just use the Storm. If it's Mutalisk, I'll morph them all into Archons and just be a pure counter for the next minute or so, or a couple minutes, because that's all he needs to do, because he's already taken the lead, and Killer has fallen behind. Killer still doesn't have a third base. He really needs to throw up a third base break so he can get a third gas, because 2 gas versus 2 gas is Protoss is going to kick your butt. That is what's going to happen if it's 2 gas versus 2 gas, unless you do some pretty big damage or something. You got to do something to make up for it. And oh yeah, there you go, Killer. Try and do Mutalisk Micro against 3 Archons. You are just playing with fire right now, Killer. There's 3 Archons there. If all 3 of those get a hit off, randomly, if your Micro is off by just a tiny bit, if all 3 of those get a hit off, like that could be all the Mutalisk almost dead right there. And yeah, it looks like he's thinking about it, but I think he should try and move around. Maybe go use the cliff at the back behind the natural, and try to pick off probes there. I know that there's probably a cannon there, but he might be able to pick it off and work that from that side. I mean, if he's going to go for this Mutalisk harass, he's got to do something like that, because those Archons are patrolling that area pretty hardcore. And Hydra's out now. Hydras and Zerglings are moving to the front now of Sangho, but there's Templars there to greet them. There's some Zealots there, and I mean, you've got to assume that Storm is research. Actually, don't actually see. Yeah, there are Templar there waiting. There's 2 Templar there waiting. There's some Zealots. Mutalisk coming in again, going to pick off another cannon. But it's not really doing anything. His economic harass has been minimal to non-existent, and the Hydra's now coming in, trying to break the door, and then backing off again. It doesn't look like he has the multitask capability to be able to do this Mutalisk Micro and at the same time attack the front, or he might just be waiting to attack the front, but I'm not sure what he's waiting for. Maybe more Hydralisk, but you're just going to let Sangho get more Storm out, and that is not good at all if you've got Hydralisk at this point. And I have a feeling that Sangho is just going to storm the hell out of Killer and take him out. I have not been very impressed with Killer's play so far today. And yeah, here come the Storms. Where are they? Okay, Sangho, what the hell? Sangho! Oh my lord. Sangho actually, the one Storm was pretty good, the second one was not so good, but Killer's actually making a huge mistake here. He could have, his Hydralisk Micro is just not up to snuff. You can tell that there's a reason he hasn't played a lot of games. If he had been watching, Sangho's Templar actually went into the front of the units. He actually could have picked them off before the one even got any Storm off. And now he goes and picks off the Templar, but that Templar didn't even have any energy, I don't think. It just didn't have any other Templar to morph into an Archon with. And he did not do a very good job with his Hydralisk against Zealot Micro. I mean, it is extremely difficult. I don't know if those are even speed upgraded Hydralisk or anything. It is a difficult Micro, but it's just the difference of between, you know, a pro gamer that gets played on a relatively weekly basis and a pro leaguer and a pro player that only gets played a couple times a year. And yeah, that's what Killer is. He rarely gets to see the field. This is his first pro league batch, and yeah, and I would have expected to see a lot more work out of him. And now Sangho expecting the third base to go down again, and he's gonna see, and the drone's gonna come over to see the Zealot and be like, oh damn, can't do anything here. What we have seen some Zergs do is go for the hidden bases. You know, go for the top left, go for the bottom right, go for some different positioning that isn't as easy to scout out, that isn't as expected, and it can be more effective. It's difficult against a Protoss player because Corsairs are obviously getting such good scouts on. But yeah, I mean, you either need to go for a 2-hatch build or go for or defend your 3rd hatch bed or something. You got to do something there, Killer. And we're just seeing some actions in the middle, nothing really going on. Sangho just making sure Killer doesn't get too comfortable and testing. Really, he's testing his multitask and everything, I think, right now. And Sangho setting up a third base there at the top right base, and one Zergling there to do a little bit of harassment. It actually killed the probe that was building the probe, and then that was building the pylon and everything. So no cannons are going to be there quite yet. I think I saw, and of course they're being picked off in the middle. I think a probe was actually mining out those minerals, so that probe will probably go and, wow, +2 upgrade for Sangho's ground attack, and actually put up cannons there at the third and things just to keep it, make sure it stays okay. And yeah, and it just looks like there's Corsairs and things wandering around the map, just keeping a scout on, making sure Killer doesn't do anything tricksy. And it looks like a engagement is about to happen, yeah, between Dragoons and Zealots versus these Hydras. The Hydras are going to be forced to run away. The High Archon's getting a couple hits in there, and the Zealots are now back in front, and Killer's going to have to be forced to run with his tail between his legs once more. And he's going to be pushed back all the way to his base now. Lurker eggs are morphing. I don't know if they'll be in time. They are going to be hidden. I don't think Sangho's going to expect this, so if he can maybe get a... I mean, I haven't really seen too many stopped Lurkers versus Protoss, but if he can get them to work, and it would be pretty awesome. Storm going down now, and stop those Lurkers. Those are stopped Lurkers. That is awesome. Those are stopped Lurkers against Protoss. Come on, wait for it, wait for it. There they go. There they go, destroying all of those Zealots and everything. But an observer is there, and those Lurkers were so bunched up that they got taken down by Archon and Storm just so quickly. They went down so fast. And Killer is now done. He GG's. He knows it's over, and he actually goes by the name Baxter. I mean, I don't know if anyone cares because it's Killer, and I don't think anyone really knows him anyways. But he did go by the name Baxter in that. And Sangho, the very average veteran Protoss player, shows Killer that he just cannot cut it in the Pro League. Not yet, anyways. If you can't take down a Protoss like Sangho, then you're probably not up to shape. Sangho is not the best. But yeah, what Sangho did do is that he joins Hiva in beating a Oz player, and now Estro is up 2-0, and I will see you in the third set. Deja Vu signing off.
프로토스를 잡는 그런 운영이 좀 필요했었어요.
네, 초반에 그 기세 자원이 들어가면서 좀 끌어올 수 있었는데 그것이 실패하면서 바로 신상호 선수 턴이 되었습니다. 신상호 선수 끝까지 그 승기를 유지하면서 두 번 세트 박준호 선수를 잡고 이스로가 화승우즈 상대로 2대0으로 앞서갑니다.